All right, so I have IntelliGel Multigrain here and a super badass patch today. It's a drum patch, and there's a couple little vocal chops in there. Just a few things to note. Make sure you have a clock, like I'm running Pam's, but whatever gated clock or trigger clock you have, that is that they are the same, that your clock is the same time as your samples. Like my samples are 140 BPMs and I'm running my clock at 140 BPMs. You're going to need a ×4 into your sync, and you're going to need a /4 into your next. And you don't need anything into gate because next acts like a gate too. So we got that going for us. I have drum samples on 1 and 3 and vocal chops on 2 and 4. So let's just listen to the samples real quick. So let's look at our chokes. I went over that in my last video about important button combos, but let's go to the Alt. Hold down sample 1, and you can see the red light is lit up. That means it's choked. And once we get to this sample, it's going to silence all the others. 2 has nothing. 3 has the red light for the choke. 4 has nothing. So that's important. Basically, just your drums need a choke on them because you don't want them overlapping. I mean, you might for your patch, but most of the time it leads to unwanted extra sounds. So now listen. Okay. Oh, one more thing, real important. So sample 1, I have it playing. It's like a 4-bar loop, 8-bar loop. Doesn't matter. Just make sure it's in time, and you get your next, like, let's say it's 4 bars. I time it, and I make sure it's divide by 4 or divide by 8 into the next. And the size is all the way up. So that sample is just going to play, and when it goes to next, it's going to cleanly go to next. And you'll see what I mean. Just make sure your samples are the exact BPM of what's going into next, you know, your Pams or whatever you're using. And then you can have fun with the vocal parts, 2 and 4, whatever you're going to use there. Those don't even have to be in time. They can be whatever. Just make sure your drums are. Now, sample 3, I turn the size down to probably about 10 o'clock and the rate to about 9 o'clock. This is my exact settings for wrap and scan in case you want to use them. But what it's doing is it's making the drums still kind of play like a loop, but it's going, it's kind of stuttering them a little bit, and you're going to hear that. And then I leave 4 open to kind of mess with. So when you're going through next, you can hit what sample you want or before it. So I want to mess with 4 whenever this gets to 4. So I'm going to hit 4 now. That way anything I adjust is only going to affect sample 4. So I'm going to wait, and it's going to go next, next, next. When it gets to 4, that's when I can have my fun and mess around with pitch and do all my weird stuff. I'll turn down the reverb. One other thing is I copied A to B so for each sample, and I just reversed them so I can have a little fun while I'm playing and do that too. Sometimes it'll be a little off, but you'll hear it. So let's turn it up and hear the patch. Definitely pretty cool, right? And you could do it with any drum, any type of genre, you know, as long as the BPMs are the same on your clock that's going to next in sync. That's the most important part. And just remembering that they don't have to, like we're talking about them being exact, but when you have wrap and scan, don't be afraid to mess with them with drums. Like I used to be so particular about drums with Multigrain, but you can get the coolest stuff messing with wrap and scan. And recreate this patch, have some fun. Like I said, 2 and 4 are kind of your fun ones. You know, you can add vocals or percussions or stabs or whatever. I like the vocals, but if you have any questions about the patch, email me or leave it in the comments. All my information is in the info section of the video. I'm also going to be uploading all these samples to my website, evanwilster.com. I have a bunch of stuff on there, but the samples are going to be free. And I still have that video coming out here in about a month. It's going to be huge, so stay tuned for that. And as always, thanks for watching.